Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome in. Today we're going to be talking about Bachelor in Paradise because Season 9 has begun. Listen, I love The Bachelor, I love The Bachelorette, but there's something about Paradise that I love, and how could you not, right? Like, when you incorporate the men, the women, the messy ones, the villains, the ones who were nice but just didn't make it far, and you put them together, and it's, like, all fair, there's betrayal, there's all this. Like, that's a pretty good show. So let's get started. We get the introductions of people, what they've been up to, and who are they looking forward to seeing. These introductions are always kind of weird because they are selective, like they don't do them with all of them. But the first one we get to see is Rachel. Rachel is back. She has now been on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and Bachelor in Paradise, so we have to deal with her a third time. Brayden is joining. He says that he has changed from his time on The Bachelorette, which wasn't even that long ago, but we'll see about that. We see Kaylee from Zach's season. We got Aaron from Charity season. Mercedes, Zach's season. We got Sean, who was also in Charity season. Jess, Zach's season. We got to see Will from Michelle's season. It's been a while, but he was the one who fought the pizza guy. And remember, he threw the jacket in the pool. That's that guy. Also, Brooklyn, rodeo girl from Zach's season. In her season, she was fighting with a girl named Kat. So Kat is also here. I think she's really pretty. I'm glad that she's there. Y'all, Blake is back after the 1,000th time. He has definitely broken a record. Fun fact is that he works in conservation, so he gets to spend a lot of time in the water with, like, catching sea creatures and stuff. So then we get to the beach. Jessie is there, and Rachel is the first one to go down. She actually didn't know that she was the first one. Aaron is the second one, and he definitely seems much looser and a little bit more free than last time we saw him. Brooklyn is next. Then a girl named Kat comes, but it's another Kat. She's Kat with a C. The other one I was talking about earlier is Kat with a K. So Sean comes down with a sweater, y'all. And Sean's nickname was Prince Charming from Shrek. Y'all remember that? So the first interactions are always a little bit awkward, they're just saying hi to each other. Will comes down, so the men are talking. Turns out Will and Aaron are both eyeing on Kaylee, so Kaylee is the next one who goes down. But Kaylee says from the very beginning she is looking forward to meeting Avon, and says that she's ready to marry him, even though he has only sent a fire emoji on Instagram, so that tells me she's pretty delusional. She has a chat with Aaron. He's totally into her. Then she talks to Will. Will was pretty nervous. Okay, so then Brayden comes down, and it looks like Sean and Aaron are still pissed at him, and I remember they got into it with him pretty badly last season. And he comes down. He's a very charismatic guy. He immediately gets a hold of Kaylee, and the two haters, Aaron and Sean, are like already hating. They're so immature. Aaron gives him the awkwardest hi, but Brayden is over it. Like, he doesn't care about that petty stuff. Y'all, what's her name? Eliza is back. I loved her, but y'all remember that number she pulled on us last year where she picked Rodney, then she swapped him for Justin, then Justin left her and she was crying about it? It was a mess, so I'm excited to see how she's going to do this year. Then they start to come faster. Greer, Mercedes, Aaron, a white guy who was from Charity season, but I don't remember him. Some guy named Peter.0, and then my girl Kat with a K. So Brooklyn is already causing drama. She says she's not happy to see Kat there, and she gives me Mean Girl vibes. Aaron and Eliza had a very good interaction, so maybe that we'll see more of that. Okay, so then there's a girl named Sam who claims to have been in Clayton's season, but she actually left before the first rose ceremony, so it's the first time I really remember seeing her. That girl, what's her name? Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's so many people here that I don't even remember the names. The girl Sam, she looks like she has some social anxiety just from the very beginning. So then Olivia comes down. She's from Zach's season, and she hits it off with Will pretty fast. They talk. They even go to the ocean. They were holding water. They were holding hands. I think that they must have known each other from before this, because they were like kissing already, talking about innuendos and stuff like that. Then Jess comes down, and Sean was extremely happy to see her. He brings up that he's a Taylor Swift fan because she's a Taylor Swift fan. Then Blake comes down. I gotta say that he looks so much older compared to the other guys. The girls were like all over him, which I'm pretty sure that has something to do with the fact that he looks a little bit older. Okay, so then Jesse gathers them, talks to them. He starts to say some of the couples that have been very successful, and that the men will be handing out the roses this week, which means 4 of the women will be leaving paradise this week. I don't know why, but I always feel like it's more interesting when the men have the roses. You know, like they get to sort of lay back and have the women chase after them. So then they go to their rooms, and the group is split, you know, just the men and the women, and they're talking about what they've seen so far and who they think there's a possibility with. Will is automatically in a love triangle now with Kaylee and Olivia, but I don't think Kylie's that into him. So then Greer walks on in once they're all together now, and she has a date card. Kaylee is going to go on a date, and she will choose right away who she will be taking on this date, but she has to think about it. She kind of overdoes it a bit. She's like, oh my god, who should I pick? She wants to be like the main character, I think. So she chooses Will after all that drama. Now, all eyes are on Olivia because her and Will had a great day. So it's now some drama. The rest of the group, and we get to see Wells, you know, the bartender, so they all take a shot. Olivia is telling some people that she's bothered. She wishes Kaylee would have had a conversation with her since she knew that her and Will had a thing. She even cries a little bit about it. Yeah, so then they have their date, Kaylee and Will, like on top of some water. And he slipped into the water. Poor man. Imagine going on a date and that happens to you. That's embarrassing. But they continue the date anyway, even though he's wet. I feel so bad for him. Okay, but back at the beach, Brayden is starting the action. He pulls Kat, and there's a lot of chemistry. They start to cuddle, and they even kiss, like, real passionately. So I see a lot of potential there. Then we see Sean and Rachel get it on, and they kiss, and it looks like they like each other. But I don't know. I just don't see it for them. And there's other couples that are also getting along. Blake and Jess, Aaron and Mercedes. Nothing too serious, you know. But let's get back to this date, because Kaylee brings up that she feels a little uneasy if he might already have a connection with Olivia. But essentially he says that no, he doesn't, and that he likes Kaylee better. So then they talk a little bit more about what they want. He says he definitely feels something, but I also don't see it for them. Then some people come out and perform some things with like the fire sticks, and they start to kiss. Olivia back at the beach is being a little bit of a Debbie Downer, which is understandable. I just hope she doesn't, you know, become a bore all season. Okay, so it's the next morning. Everyone is hanging out. Sean and Rachel still getting along. But some of the people think that Will was wrong, because when Kaylee invited him on this date and he accepted, he should have talked to Olivia and not be so dismissive of what they had, which was, you know, a pretty big deal. When Kaylee walked in, it was very awkward because Olivia was there. So then we finally get to see Will, and he gets Olivia and he takes her to go talk to her. Pretty tough conversation. He says that he wants to talk because of respect. But she says, respect was needed last night. Now you're just cleaning up your disrespect. She was angry. She was pissed. And he pretty much says, I don't owe you an explanation. And he says that his date with Kaylee went perfect and that he wants to pursue that. I think the way he said it came across pretty douchey. But at least he's kind of like cutting that relationship, like, you know, very clearly. But she's pissed, and she says, you led me on. And he says, well, you were leading me on too. Like, you were into the conversation. It was a pretty hard discussion. But now Olivia's not only pissed at him, but she's also pissed at Kaylee, because Kaylee knew that she was looking at him and wanted to pursue it. And when Kaylee walked down, she really like openly said that she was looking to pursue Avon. So she thinks Kaylee is just using Will as a placeholder until Avon comes down. Which, y'all, on that I totally agree with Olivia. Kaylee does give me snake vibes. So Will goes to talk to Kaylee to tell her about what Olivia said to him, but she says that she feels pretty happy with him. And then things get messy. Avon gets there. Things are about to change, and that's where the episode ends. And on another thing, he didn't come there empty-handed. He came with a date card. So based on the preview, like I said, things will get crazy. They showed Will crying, Kylie's mad, and just from the longer preview, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good season. But wait a minute, we saw Hannah Brown and Katie coming down. Why? Also, they showed Charity, but I'm sure that's just going to be like a fun cameo. But things are looking great for this season. This episode in particular, a little bit boring. I hate the fact that they put Bachelor in Paradise after The Bachelor, The Golden Bachelor, which is super late. Like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And now the show... Oh my god. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. Yeah, not too interesting, a little bit boring, but that's the first episode, you know, so I'm sure things will start to heat up next week and the weeks after that. So what are y'all's opinions about this episode, specifically on the Will, Olivia, and Kaylee triangle? Who do you think is in the right? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great one. Bye.